Welcome to today's video, which is by special request. As you see the main things I used, and you'll see more as I continue. This was requested after the snow globe nails I recently did, and this request comes from Joanna Tatum, who wanted to see how the snow globe was done. Now, it being my first time when I did that set, I came up with what I had available, so hopefully you'll have many of these things too, because it was easier than I thought, and it was also a lot of fun. I was pretty much guessing when I first did it, and we always learn more as we continue to do things over, right? So in this tutorial, there are a few things I'm now able to point out that I'm sure will help you make this cute snow globe too. And don't forget the alcohol. I'm just folding the paper towel so it's more absorbent when I wipe my brush. And for this, I'll use Makartt base coat with the Makartt clear polygel, which I chose because it is known to be the clearest. Who would have thunk to use the pipette? This is actually used for transferring my acrylic monomer liquid, and to me, the diameter of it is perfect for the width of a nail. So all you do is load some polygel at the top and a little base coat, which helps the brush run smoothly over the polygel. Then work and pat it down around the sides with even and gentle pressure. Now what makes this easy to do is spinning the pipette with the opposite hand that's holding it. Remember to add base coat as needed, and clean the brush often in the alcohol anytime it starts to get sticky, because if it gets too sticky, it will pull the whole dome you just created. So once your shape is good, the purpose of the extra nail is to cut an arch into the bottom of the dome. At best, the idea behind this is to get as close match to the C-curve of a nail so the globe lays flush, which is pretty much my preferred way. The most important thing though is to make sure your dome is large and round enough to cover over what you want to place inside. So it should fit from the top of the dome to the top of the arch that you're cutting in. Now I know this opening is a bit too tight, so I keep working for a wider arch. Then you do the same on the opposite side, and this is what it should look like. It kind of looks like a helmet, doesn't it? So I cured this for 60 seconds in my 75-watt lamp, and there'll be a sticky inhibition layer that'll need to be wiped clean with alcohol, and I avoid using cotton so as to not leave any fibers. Now the challenging part is taking it off, but actually I don't remember having this struggle the first time. It literally just popped right off, so here are some reasons this could happen. The pipette wasn't cleaned thoroughly of all the residue after the last use, or too much base coat was used, which base coat is a tacky product for adhesion. So I just left this struggle in so you'll know it's not always going to be the same easy. Then the inside needs to be cleaned with alcohol as well. I think it turned out pretty good with the exception of a very small part that was accidentally clipped by my nail through the glove, and I felt it when it happened. So this is optional, but I'm showing you this because whatever you use might have that design line that'll be visible, or it might be uneven depending on what you used. But it really doesn't bother me. So you go in with the ball bit and gently file the inside smooth. For this I used a file at about 3,000 to 4,000 RPMs. But if you use something that was smooth already, this won't really be necessary. but you will have to refine the edges to help it match the C-curve surface of the nail. And it's not always going to be accurate. That's the purpose of sealing it in. Oh, and there's a cute little blooper in here. Wait for it. So top coat goes on the inside, and let me stress, in a very thin layer, otherwise it's going to level thicker to whatever way you hold it as the bottom when you're curing. So I also now learned to rotate to spread the top coat inside, and this is also cured for 60 seconds in my 75-watt lamp. And if you're wondering why I keep saying my lamp wattage too, I did a video about wattage as it pertains to curing. You might be interested in this if you're struggling with certain products and techniques. And also, if you're enjoying this and it's helpful to you, go ahead and hit the like button. And maybe someone you know wants to create a snow globe for their nail art, so go ahead and share this with them too. Now that the inside of the globe is cured, what I like to do is to mount the primary figure to the nail first. I use Makartt Rhinestone glue, and that's also cured for 60 seconds in my 75-watt lamp. Look at this tiny little lollipop. It's too freaking adorable. And I'm actually cheating because this is part of an AliExpress nail haul that'll be coming up. But I couldn't and didn't want to use anything else. I placed this in the lamp, and while that's curing, I placed the rest of the art inside the globe. Oh, and I just prefer not to use water or liquid. But if you want to, it's best to create a fuller globe. Now you have to keep it upright at this point, guys. I add the Makartt Rhinestone glue around the edge, then place the nail upside down onto the globe. Then I feel for any adjustments to get it as flush as possible, making certain nothing is escaping the globe. At this point, it needs to be full or flash cured, it doesn't matter, and it's best for you to hold it in place. Once cured in place, you'll close any gaps with polygel, or if you're creating a full globe, you can leave or create that small opening to place your liquid. So like with this one, that little accidental opening could have been used for placing the liquid. If you're doing a full globe, you'll need a syringe to place the liquid inside before finally sealing the gaps entirely too. I also cured the seal for 60 seconds in my 75-watt lamp. Use a medium to fine sanding bit and go in gently to clean up the shape now that it's attached, and refine the area where it's connected to the nail. Then you're going to wipe that clean with alcohol and apply no white glossy top coat. I find that making the body of the nail matte is a beautiful contrast and helps the art of the glossy snow globe stand out all the more. Here's some things I learned this time doing the globe. When cutting away the arch for the C-curve, the sides don't have to be extremely deep 4 squared. Allow the globe to sit after curing for its shape to take permanent form while cooling. I was playing around and made the first one back in October, so it's been sitting without handling for a long time. I would say just have fun making the globe and figure your nail art into it later. If you want a more full globe, you can use something more rounded in order to close the shape further. Just if you do, make certain it's something flexible so you'll be able to pull the globe away once it's made. The types of art to use inside the different globes. Heavier nail art should go in globes without liquid, like the metal caviar beads, because those pink ones that I have in there were too light. Lightweight nail art should go in globes with liquid, like glitter and plastic caviar beads, so that they'll float. And the liquid snow globes, remember, don't fill them entirely with water. Always leave an air bubble. I hope this was helpful for you today. And if you'd like to see more, you might enjoy this playlist with other nail hacks, tips, and clips. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Much love!